This video will show how to perform a two-sample t-test using our guru. On the screen is an example that requires a two-sample t-test to determine if there's evidence that a new model of LED light bulb has a longer lifespan than a current model of LED light bulb, and we're testing at the 0.05 level of significance. The population variances are not equal, and the lifespans for both types of light bulbs are normally distributed. So we're going to do a two-sample t-test, but we're going to use our guru to do so. The very first thing that you do is you upload this data set into our guru, which has been done here and saved as LED light bulbs. When you click on the data tab on the left, you will see that this data set has been added. When you're ready to perform the test, you will click on the Analytics tab. And in the Analysis dropdown, you will choose a mean inference because we're testing means. And you will choose 1 and 2 populations. You now have the option in this box to enter your data manually. You can enter your sample mean, sample standard deviation, and sample size for population 1 and for population 2. You can do that manually, but you can also go to the top here where it says select a data set and choose that data set we uploaded. And then you just have to determine which variable is variable 1 and which is variable 2. In this case, we're going to do current model lifespan is variable 1 and new model lifespan is variable 2. And when you do that, you can see that the sample data has automatically populated into these boxes at the bottom of the summary page. In order to perform the test, once you have the data on the summary page, we're going to click on the Population 1-2 tab. You have the option to do a confidence interval and or a test of hypothesis. We need to do a test of hypothesis, so click on that tab. Adjust your significance level if it's not 0.05, which is the default. You want to change it. It was 0.05 here. For our alternate, mu1 would represent the mean lifespan of the current life model, and mu2 would represent the mean lifespan of the new model. So when we subtract these, if the new model is bigger, has a bigger lifespan than the current model, then the current model would have a smaller lifespan than the new model, which means when you subtracted, you would get a negative difference that would be less than 0. So in the drop-down, choose your appropriate inequality symbol and then 0. Under method, we choose t-statistic. Under assumptions, we don't really need to adjust anything, but you have the option to choose paired data if the data was paired, or equal variances if the variances were equal. Now we've entered everything that we need for this test, so to see the results, you hit the eyeball at the top right, preview, and you will see several tables. The first table is a summary of the data, the sample size, mean, sample standard deviation of each of the 2 variables. As you scroll down, you will see the results of the test. First, you'll see the alternative statement right here. It says alternative hypothesis, difference of means, current model lifespan minus new model lifespan is less than 0. So you can double check there to make sure you ran the test on the appropriate alternate statement. And then you will see a summary of the test. You'll see the difference of means, the standard error, the test statistic is right here, degree of freedom, 5% T lower critical, and also the p-value. The things this question asked for were the test statistic right here and the p-value right here. If you scroll further, you'll see that the test is significant at a 5% level. If a student is checking the p-value, they can see that this is less than the significance level of 0.05, so they would reject the null, and this statement here confirms this. They also have a visual. There are 2 graphs. The first one is the graph drawn on the observed scale. So you can see the observed difference of sample means is here, and this is the p-value is shaded here. If you look at the t-distribution scale, they've converted everything to t-stats, and we have the observe t-statistic here and the p-value. So you have visuals for both. That is how you do a two-sample t-test using our guru.